Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Were your watch is telling you the same as well? You had that high heart rate. Utna to hua hoga.
No, why?
Nahi, it was very nervy, sir. It was such a good contest. Huh? No high heart rate.
If you say so. Nah, I'm just trying to play it down. I'm just trying to play. But in the end, it's a game.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that the team that won those big moments better, I thought the sending of Nawaz was a gamble that came off.
Yeah.
It could still come down to the catch. I know the catch will be debated for a long time. You actually feel for RC because those.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you drop that? You can't drop that. It's just one of the things that is meant to be. I mean, you and me would have taken that. It's just meant to be.
Yeah.
I still think he bowled a pretty decent last over, but yeah, it came down to those two things. Eventually, it came down. I mean, you never see catches like that go down.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those days where, it just pops out of your hands. So
I just wonder whether he assumed he had taken the catch before he had taken it.
Probably that kind of, it gave that kind of impression for sure. Yeah. But that catch definitely turned the game around for sure.
And then as it turned out, there was a 6 and a 4 for Asif Ali that turned.
Yeah, exactly. And we've all seen Asif Ali do these things, finish games for his teams, not only in the PSL, but for Pakistan as well. And today he was right there on the money, 16 of 8. But when you've scored 181 on the board, Parthiv, you kind of fancy yourself defending it with the kind of bowlers you have, and you also had, what, 26 of the last 2 overs?
Yeah, I think that's what you usually do. I mean, 181 is definitely, that's what we spoke about it in a mid-show, that 181 is a target that India can defend. And if Pakistan bats well and Pakistan goes with their plan, they can win this game also. And see, game has gone to 19.5. That means it's been a balanced game, and that's what that is what happened last game also, India Pakistan, when two equal teams, or the two teams who they know there's a different style of playing, but when they know that the confident of their skill, then either side the result can go either side. But yeah, 181, India could have thought that they could have got that.
It's incredible what a leveler this game is.
Yeah,
there's nothing like a game of cricket to level things. Hardik Pandya is a toast of everybody. After game 1, he's taken 3 wickets. He's had a cool clinical finish. Today gets out without a run or once. I don't know how many, 0 or 1, whatever. Concedes 44 runs. And once again, in doing so, he might have done India well. I mean, you never do a favor with a performance like that, but would have reminded you that you cannot go into a game with Hardik Pandya as one of 5 bowlers.
that is true.
When you're one of 6, there's a lesser pressure on you, and then the odd day Hardik will give you 4. But every time India have gone in, assuming Hardik will give you 4, there's been an issue. So, and because Pakistan played the middle overs so well, 78 in 7 overs, you couldn't get Deepak Hooda in there. So you couldn't get those 2 overs. So effectively, India were playing with 5 bowlers, which is always fraught with danger, because somebody will have a off day, right? You're human. You will have an off day.
Yeah.
So
correct.
And you prepare your team for someone's off day. When you are going with 5 bowlers, that's what Pakistan did in last game, and they suffered. Here, India had no choice. They had to play. Maybe they could have tried 1 over with Deepak Hooda in one of the middle overs. And it's all about taking wickets. It's all about thinking wickets. Even if you look at that comparisons, once again, you'll see there's only 1 wicket in middle overs, and hence the run rate also was high. And look at that, the 8, and then batsmen were set. There was no wicket between 11 to 15, and run rate was 11.80 as well. So it's all about, though you try and think that the 5th bowler will think defensively, and if he doesn't take wicket, that's fine. But if he doesn't take wickets, then there's always a problem. And with captains, and plus maybe Hardik's point of view also, when he's playing as a 5th bowler, that it is important that he doesn't feel pressure. Sometimes when there is an option, then you think differently, that okay, if I don't, even if I go for a run, there is Akshar Patel or Ravindra Jadeja there. That's cushion which captain also thinks for it. And maybe here, maybe sometimes, if there is a cover for you, like if you know that your openers are batting really well, then you can get away with maybe play a 6 over. That could be maybe one of the reason where when every time there's a 5th bowler where Hardik has gone for runs.
Once again, Dubai is showing it's a very difficult ground to defend.
Yeah, correct.
There wasn't dew, but it was very hot, very difficult ground to defend. But we talked about keeping an eye on the asking rate. When you're 9, the asking rate can touch 11 very quickly. But I don't think it ever touched 11. It sort of flirted with 10.6, 10.7. But Pakistan,
I think briefly for a couple of balls there, it was at 11, and then it came down.
But they never let it go past 11, which is always a sign of a good chase. Because sometimes you can say, no problem, I can score 70 of the last 6, I can score 75 of the last 6. But whenever you're chasing a large score, you can never let that asking rate go out of reach.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the defining part of that chase. That's why Rizwan, but the pinch hitter worked today. Doesn't always work,
Yeah.
but send in a player with nothing to lose, and he played with freedom.